Okay. So we do the setup, tapping the karate chop point under the baseline of the pinky side of the hand. Even though as I start something new, I feel apprehensive about some lack of confidence I have, or a lack of solidity about boundaries and how I behave. Right now, I just accept myself fully. And I choose to love myself. Right now, as I start the next thing, and I notice how I'm not totally comfortable in my own skin, I accept that part of myself. And I love the whole of myself. Even though I feel some wobble as I embark on something new, I accept where I am in my journey. And right now, I choose to love every aspect of my being. Okay, let's go to the crown. I notice I wish I just radiated self-confidence from the inside out. Inner eyebrow. I want to be very clear about my boundaries, who I am, how I perceive myself, so that any viewpoint of others does not matter. Side of the eye. I'm not there yet. I'd really like to be. Under the eye. I judge myself at different levels for not being there. And I really want to soften that. Under the nose. I would like less distinction between how I feel alone in my own space and how I feel out in the world with so many others. Chin point. I would like to be the seen less and the seer more. I don't like how I feel when I'm imagining how others perceive me. Remember to breathe when you're not speaking or be conscious of the breath. Clavicle round, under the clavicle round. I don't like when I change my behavior for others, trying to seem nice or friendly or agreeable. I want to stop feeling that efforting of having to prove myself. Side of the ribs. And I don't like my own lack of confidence. I don't like that I put on masks so that someone doesn't decide something about me. I really want to be free, free to be me, free to feel with others how I feel when I'm aligned and on my own. Okay, let's go to the crown. Right now, I forgive myself for being a work in progress. Inner eyebrow. Right now, I acknowledge there's nothing to forgive about that. We were never meant to have it all together or to fulfill our idealized self instantly. Side of the eye. I'm on a journey and I like my journey. I value the journey that I have been on and am on. I treasure that amazing journey. Under the eye, upper cheekbone. I acknowledge right now that it really doesn't matter what others think of me. Not on the ultimate level, not on the fundamental, essential level. Under the nose. And right now, I also acknowledge that it's okay that I want to be comfortable with other human beings, that I want to be liked, that I like the mutuality of I'm good with you and you're good with me. Nothing wrong with any of that. Nothing to judge. Chin point. Right now, I'm remembering the power of my focus. And I get wobbly when I focus on what others think of me or how they perceive me. Under the clavicle round. And when I focus on being who I want to be, feeling how I want to feel, thinking what I want to think, choosing in this moment what I want to choose, I feel better. I feel more aligned. Side of the ribs. When I'm not comfortable in my skin, that's okay. Again, nothing to judge, normal human stuff. And I do know how to reach for what would feel more comfortable. I do know how to ground myself, breathe myself, soothe myself. Ground myself, breathe myself, soothe myself. Back to the crown. I like it when I know the universe is making matches. And that when I feel good or even feel better, then people show up who align with those good feelings or better feeling. Inner eyebrow. And right now, I remember that rejection doesn't really exist. Not the way I experience it when I feel rejected. Side of the eye. Rejection usually really means we're not a match. And I release you. Under the eye. We're not a match, and I can function in the same space with you, creating my own bubble, choosing my own focus, giving energy to what I love and what I feel good in and what I believe, what I care about, what I'm moving toward, what I'm consciously creating. Under the nose. I want to get quicker and better at releasing preoccupation with what they think. Chin point. That's never a good place to be. I'm making up at least some of it, if not all of it. I'm hooking into what I have no desire to hook into by giving that my focus. Under the clavicle round. I'm out of my business when I'm focused on what you think about me. So again, I release you. Again, I come back to myself. What do I want to think about? What do I want to do, choose, feel? I choose it, not you. Side of the ribs. That is my most important boundary. I choose my focus. I choose what's happening inside my own head. I choose calming or agitating my nervous system. Round point. I've gotten better at choosing feeling good. I've gotten better at self-soothing. Inner eyebrow. I aim to keep practicing with and without others around. Side of the eye. I aim to value and practice feeling better, better, better. No matter what's going on. No matter what I think you think. Under the eye. Right now, I know and remember that I never have to put on a mask for anyone. I don't need to manipulate how they see me. I don't need to prove anything to them. I don't need to convince them. Under the nose. Right now, I just let myself feel the relief of that. Chin point. And while I don't need to put on any masks or do any song or dance for anyone, under the clavicle round, I can do whatever feels better to me right now. I can get more quiet if that serves me to find my inner alignment. Not a brooding quiet, not a ruminating quiet, a choice to speak less right now because I'm holding my peace. I'm writing myself internally, and it has nothing to do with you. Side of the ribs. I know that I cultivate my inner climate, and I aim to cultivate an inner climate that feels good to me, where I reject no part of myself, where I allow my ebb and flow, where I don't mind that I'm feeling more solid or more wobbly right now. Crown. And as I witness myself that way, compassionately, dispassionately, with acceptance for this now moment, from right here, then, anything is possible. And my aim is to feel better, feel better, feel better. And I'll do that with or without you. I'll leave you out of it, or I'll join together with you when that feels good and aligned. And I'll cooperate with what's happening in the moment without energetically needing to hook into you or what you think. Because I've got this. I'm on a beautiful journey and I love myself. Now let's drop our hands down and cup them together if that feels good to you, and just breathe. Feel the breath consciously, like we can do anytime. We can come back to this anytime. And isn't it better after tapping? Doesn't it expand? Doesn't it nourish? Don't the reverberations of the tapping just feel good as we relax into it, as we root into the new messages, and as we allow the next unfolding that we can't get wrong, because there is no getting it wrong. We are, I am on a journey of evolution, more growth, more freedom, and more joy. Just bring yourself out of this gently when you're ready.